We continue our Phoenix area tour with the 5th airport of the series after last week's visit to Falcon Field. We're spending the day here to find and celebrate the history that once was Williams Air Force Base. The spirit of those early training days hasn't gone anywhere, from the patches on the walls to the new generation of Texans still roaring off the runway. Along the way, we'll discover the local site of Mesa at a hidden public farm. Today, we're visiting Mesa Gateway Airport in Mesa, Arizona. Today we will depart Chandler on a beautiful clear sky VFR day. And like last week, we would head due south around Santan Mountains to give us a little more time to set up for the approach and give Irene some flight time. Once on the south side of Santan Mountains, we would turn to the north to The Gap. More on that shortly, as it is an important waypoint. Then we would head north to enter right downwind for our first ever center runway, 12 center. So let's talk about this waypoint called The Gap. I want to point you again to this website, AFTW.org, Arizona Flight Training Work Group. This is where you can download all the reporting points all through the valley. You just download them and then upload them to your ForeFlight. And if you don't know how to do that, they even have a whole video giving you a walkthrough on exactly how to do it. So it's awesome.
Check 321, runway 12 center, clear to land.
Runway 12 center, clear to land, crew track 321.
All right, 12 center.
Check 613, cross runway 12 center, kilo, hold short, runway 12 right.
Cross 12 center, kilo, hold short, 12 right, crew track 613. Gateway Tower 2661 in the Gap with November, full stop please.
2661, Gateway Tower, ident, make right traffic, runway 12 center.
Ident, right traffic, runway 12 center, 2661.
Now it's time for some history. Mesa Gateway Airport began in 1941 as Higley Field, built as a military training airfield during World War II. In 1942, it was renamed Williams Field in honor of Arizona native First Lieutenant Charles Linton Williams, a U.S. Army Air Corps pilot who died in a training accident near Hawaii. During the war, the field served as an advanced training base for pilots preparing for combat. After World War II, the installation evolved into Williams Air Force Base, becoming one of the most important pilot training bases in the United States. In 1948, it became the Air Force's first dedicated jet training base, helping transition pilots from propeller aircraft into the early jet fighters. Over the following decades, thousands of pilots trained there in aircraft such as the North American T-33 Shooting Star and Cessna T-37 Tweets, which, of course, as we know now, a lot of them went to practice at Coolidge. And then later, the Northrop T-38 Talon. In 1966, Williams also became the first location for the Air Force's undergraduate pilot training program, which standardized how military pilots were trained.
Gateway Tower, crew check 582 over Rittenhouse with November, full stop.
Crew check 582, Gateway Tower, make left traffic, runway 12 left. No couple at once, crew check 582, take in your repeat.
Left traffic 12 left, crew check 582.
Thank you. And verify crew check 668, ready at 12 right at Bravo 3.
Affirmative, ready.
Crew check 668, fly straight out, runway 12 right at Bravo 3, clear for takeoff.
Straight out, 12 right at Bravo 3, clear for takeoff, crew check 668.
Gateway Tower, Ever 139er Hotel at the Gap, inbound, full stop with November.
Number 1939 Hotel, Gateway Tower, pan out to 3,100, make right traffic, runway 12 center.
3,100, make right traffic, 12 center, 39er Hotel.
The base operated as a major pilot training center for more than 4 decades before the Base Realignment and Closure Commission recommended its closure in 1991. Williams Air Force Base officially shut down in 1993. Shortly after, the site was redeveloped into a civilian airport to help relieve congestion at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. The runway was expanded for airline operations, and the airport reopened in 1994 as Williams Gateway Airport. Commercial service began growing in the 2000s, particularly after Allegiant Air established a focus city there in 2007. And finally, the actual name Mesa Gateway didn't happen until 2024, pretty recent, making it its transition from a historic military pilot training base into a modern regional aviation facility.
Number 39 Hotel, state type of aircraft.
39 Hotel's a P-28 Romeo Slant Golf.
Number 39 Hotel, thank you. Descent is approved.
Descent approved, 39 Hotel. All right, now
Good morning, Gateway. November 1174 X-ray, calling again, transition to Chandler now.
Okay, 117 X-ray, Gateway Tower, transition approved, outer above 3,100. I'll call further descent. Gateway altimeter 3015.
Roger. At or above 3.5, you will call the descent. Or at or above 3.1, 74 X-ray.
74 X-ray, affirmative, 3.1, thanks.
Roger, see you.
Spirit Tech 668, make right turn southbound. I'll call your turn for the downwind.
Mesa Gateway Airport is a Class Delta at an elevation of just under 1,400 feet with 3 parallel runways, 12 right, 30 left at 10,400 feet, which as of this recording, a portion of it is under construction, so read your NOTAMs. Next is 12 left, 30 right at 9,300 feet, and finally, the center one and the one we'll be landing on today, 12 center, 30 center at 10,200 feet. Now, being good on the radios is all about understanding the pattern of what it sounds like when you're coming into an airport and out of an airport. So when we added this a center runway, it caused me all types of confusion, as you'll see today.
Oh, we got that.
039 Hotel number 2, follow Archer right base, traffical base for the left is a Cessna, runway 12 center, cleared land.
All right, number 2 behind the Archer, 12 center, clear to land, 39 Hotel.
Spirit Tech 668, continue right hand turn, make right traffic.
Right hand turn, make right traffic, Tech 668.
Spirit Tech 321, turn right at Kilo, cross 21 straight and contact ground, good day.
Now, tower is open from 5 a.m. to midnight, and after hours, the airport changes to a Class Golf or untowered airport. And speaking of tower, it's actually a brand new structure. It officially entered service on August 27th of 2022, and it's 60% taller than its previous 1970s iteration at nearly 200 feet. We confirm tower tours are available, so we'll have to call next time and schedule one.
Zoo 646, traffic right to Beam Cessna 2600, remains right, close traffic, all course, Johnson Ranch approved, altitude restriction deleted.
Traffic inside, Johnson Ranch approved, 2646.
There is commercial traffic, and it's almost exclusively Allegiant Airlines with over 40 routes across the country to places like California, Montana, and as far east as Michigan. They are very busy there. The only other commercial airline is Sun Country, but it only has one route, and it's to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Last year, this airport had nearly 2 million passengers pass through the terminal.
Tech 668, number 3, follow the Piper 2 miles ahead on the downwind, runway 12 center, cleared to land, traffic base for the left Cessna.
Now, as far as the weather, it's like most of the other airports here in the Phoenix Valley. Its flying conditions are VFR most of the year, but the seasons make a big difference for pilots. Winter brings cool temperatures, smooth air, low density altitude, and of course, some of the best flying weather in the country, and it's actually a very beautiful time to come here. Spring, though, heats up quickly, and by late afternoon, you'll feel the desert start heating up with all the thermals. And of course, it's Phoenix, so the summer is pretty challenging. Temperatures regularly exceeding 110 degrees. Density altitude climbs thousands of feet above the field elevation, and monsoon storms can produce sudden gust fronts and dust storms. Fall is a return to great flying weather with cooler temperatures, stable air, and excellent visibility. As we say, the best time to fly is November through April. We came in December, which was beautiful. And the other times, well, just wake up early so you can get done early.
Sioux 661, turn right at Kilo, cross runway 12 right at contact ground. Good day.
Return Kilo, cross 12 right, and on Kilo, we'll contact ground. Have a good day, Sioux 661.
Gateway to Foster now, current runway 12, east wind 1604, altimeter 3016.
Of course, with the commercial traffic here, there are instrument approaches, and a lot of them actually. First is the VOR for runway 30 center, which uses the WWII VOR, which is right on the field. Side note, we love that the VOR is still called WWII after Williams Air Force Base, and we hope that never changes. Next are the plethora of RNAVs. They cover 12 center, 12 right, 30 left, 30 right, 30 center. So you're pretty much covered for every runway except 12 left. And finally, there's an ILS for runway 30 center, which does have minimums to 200 feet AGL.
Number 39 Hotel is able, turn right at Kilo, hold short, runway 12 right, remain my frequency.
Right at Kilo, hold short 12 right, remain your frequency, 39 Hotel.
Crew check 582, turn right at Kilo, hold short, runway 12 center.
Right on Kilo, hold short 12 center, crew check 582.
After 39 Hotel, cross runway 12 right at Kilo, then contact ground 128.25. Good day.
All right, cross 12 right at Kilo, and then over to ground, 39 Hotel.
This very much feels like an Air Force base.
It does. Gateway ground, number 1 39 Hotel, clear of 12 right at Kilo for Gateway Aviation Services.
Air 1 39 Hotel, Gateway ground, taxi to park via Bravo Yankee, correction, Bravo Hotel Yankee.
All right, parking via Bravo Hotel Yankee, 39 Hotel.
Now next is airspaces, which is a major thing to factor into your flight planning in this area because it is very close to 3 airports. First, we have our visit from last week, Falcon Field, which is 9 miles to the north with only a half a mile separation between both airports' airspace. Next is our home airport of the trip, only 8 miles to the west, Chandler Airport. And not only is there no space between both airspaces, Mesa Gateway actually cuts into Chandler's airspace. So if you're flying direct from one to another, have the radio frequencies ready. Finally, on the one that affects every airport in the valley, Phoenix Sky Harbor, 20 miles to the northwest, which has a shelf above this airport at 7, 6, 5, and 4,000 feet, which is more to say, just be aware on your departure how high and fast you're climbing, especially if flying west. As far as traffic, we've already discussed that it has commercial, but it's no surprise that it also has a lot of student traffic. In 2025, it averaged 847 operations per day. 80% of those were traffic from GA, and a huge number come from the University of Dakota flight training program that they offer here. Now, some of the other traffic that they have here is, of course, military, and we'll see some today on the ramp, some T-6 Texans 2s. They also frequently have T-38s and T-45s doing touch and goes, but of course, with Luke and Davis mounted nearby, you can see F-35s, A-10s, C-130s, Apaches, and Ospreys. So it's a great airport for military plane spotting.
After landing, mixture lean for taxi.
Lean for taxi.
Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Go pump off.
Go pump off.
Landing light off.
Landing light off.
Anti-collision off.
Anti-collision is off.
Transponder VFR 1200.
1200.
And trim to neutral.
Trim is neutral.
And we're ready for shift.
Ground Allegiant 739, spots 7, pushes November.
Allegiant 739, Gateway Ground, pushback approved.
Push approved, Allegiant 739.
Gateway Ground, crew check 582, clear 12 right at Kilo, taxi back to ATP.
Crew check 582, Gateway Ground, taxi to Park via Bravo, Yankee 1 Yankee.
There is a restaurant on the field, the Barrio Brewing, and of course we'll check it out after we park.
Ray 823, Yankee ramp, crest, partial information, Oscar.
223, Gateway Ground, runway 12 right above 3, taxi via Yankee, hold short of hotel.
There is unfortunately no airport transient parking and must be done through the FBO on the field, Gateway Aviation Services, which in short, they're pretty awesome. And as always, we'll go into much more detail after we park. Wow, so glad we pre-flighted this one with all those taxi instructions, but we made it and now it's time to check out Mesa Gateway. We made it to Mesa Gateway. I'm excited. We were talking about this last night. I get excited about bigger airports. I like the complexity. I like being like stressed out right before.
Apparently.
Mostly because once you land and you're like there, you're like, I did it. Oh, we did it. So we are here at Gateway and they're not too busy today. You know what though? The approach had me kind of, it was, even though it was the first time we did the 3, it was angled and like my pattern was all jacked up. I don't know what I was doing. Instead of like a square pattern, I came like around and like angled it. So I'm sorry. It was a bad pattern. That does not exemplify a good pilot.
Well, to be fair, it was your first time here.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
So.
And we don't want to like fly over the runway too much for like 1-2 ride, but which we did find out is because it's doing construction on like 6,000 feet of it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we talked a little bit about what we're gonna do. What time did they open?
11.
Oh, it's 11:02. But one of the things is make sure when you come in, you follow the line, guys.
Yeah.
What did they tell you?
That we were the first single engine plane that actually followed them.
Single engine piston.
Single engine piston.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
followed
actually.
them in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them like to park next to the, I'm sure you guys saw,
Oh,
the military planes out there, which I said, to be fair, I would want to park out there.
And I pretty much said, like, I think they see you, they just pretend not to see you so they can go park over
Pretty
there.
sure that's what's happening.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're going to go do that, take the crew car. We actually don't know where we're going to go.
I have no idea.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go inside and get some food. The linemen were awesome. They waited for us to finish and gave us a ride to the FBO. Walking into Gateway Aviation, it's immediately clear how much things have changed. It doesn't feel much like a former Air Force base anymore. We did spot a few military collections tucked away that we wanted to check out later, but first we had to eat. Oh, this is really easy.
It is.
We headed straight for the Barrio Brewing Company. And now in the world of $100 burgers, sometimes even $200 burgers, you're usually paying for the burger, right? But here, you're paying for the front row seat. We managed to snag a table right up against the window, and the ramp view did not disappoint. Oh, and one clarification, when we say $100 burgers, that does not mean we spent $100 on a burger. In aviation, we say $100 burger because when you consider the cost of fuel to get to some of these places, it's probably $100, maybe even $2.
So we just got our food, and I'm excited because this looks really good.
I know. People are going to be shocked because you're not getting your fancy and healthy salads, right?
This is true. I'm not. Today, I chose a cheeseburger, and I did because that's what the waitress said is always a good option. So.
And you read that too, right?
I did, yeah. And there's lettuce in here somewhere.
Oh. Oh, good.
That's good. Yeah. So. My burger's dry. I think I'm gonna have to ask for something because I cannot eat a dry burger.
All right, now it's my turn. But I'm gonna eat healthy because I have carrots.
No. Show them what else is in that basket.
There's ranch.
Oh my goodness.
Fine. There's buffalo wings. So these are the buffalo sauce wings. They have a bunch of different flavors that I didn't know. So these are medium, supposed to be medium heat.
Oh.
Let's see. They kind of smell kind of spicy, but they are medium, but they're a little spicy.
Yeah?
But they're good.
I can smell the spice from here.
Yeah, they're good. So, but I'll eat carrots too. Now we're gonna try the burger. We cut it in half because we're gonna share. Be responsible.
I feel like we should have added bacon,
Oh yeah,
right?
that would have been, yeah.
Like middle of the road.
The meat's a little dry. That's what it feels like. So it's a little like brittle, but it's good enough.
To be honest, the meal itself was typical bar food, but when you got aircraft taxiing literally feet from your window, you aren't really focused on what's on your plate. At least we weren't. Since the airport didn't quite give us the history fix we were looking for, we grabbed a crew car and headed just down the road. We just wanted to see if there was anything left of Williams Air Force Base and the rural landscape that used to surround it. As we were heading out, we caught a glimpse of this, a rare demountable hangar on the field. It was actually designed and resembled an enlisted aviator's badge. It's a cool nod to the base's heritage, but the rest of the landscape has definitely moved on. We headed just down the road to Schnepf Farms, I think that's how you say it, to see the rural side of Mesa. It wasn't actually the military monument we were hunting for, but it was a nice change of pace. We wandered into a farm shop and it was like stepping into a different world. The shelves were lined with jars of homemade jams, jellies, and preserves. Everything from peach syrup to cobbler filling to, believe it or not, pickled quail eggs. They even have a small bakery on site and fresh eggs by the dozen. We even saw a sign for pick your own produce.
Ooh, I want to sit on this. This is cool. I like it.
We need one of these.
I know.
Yeah, it's really cute here.
And while walking the park, of course, something you guys might not know about us is we love animals. So I definitely had to make some new friends. Now, we didn't find a museum at the farm, but we definitely found a bit of the soul of the area. It was time to say goodbye to the goats and head back to the airport because we weren't quite done looking for those Willie roots. After dropping the keys off to the crew car, we decided to check out the plane spotting area.
Yeah, this is like a perfect view.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of the best spots in the valley to watch everything from military trainers to commercial airliners, and it's no wonder this elevated vantage point is so popular. We happened to catch the T6 Texans 2s, say that 10 times fast, out on the ramp mid pre-flight, and watching them suit up and prep those trainers right there where thousands of student pilots have done it the exact same since the 1960s was the Willie connection we were looking for. But once the Texans took off, we went inside to explore the FBO. Coming back from the farm, we spent some more time at Gateway Aviation Services. If you walked in here without knowing the history, you'd probably just think it was another modern FBO. It's clean, it's quiet, and it feels worlds away from the military training base that used to be.
That's nice. Ooh.
This is a really well stocked pilot's lounge. It's small, but they put a lot
in such a small space. So I really like it here.
Well, and it's really nice because we just came from Barrio Brewing,
Yes.
which got crowded very quickly.
Very quickly.
And it was very loud in there.
Yes.
It's very lively. And as soon as you walk through those doors to come back into the FBO, it is so quiet.
Yeah, it's nice.
The pilot's lounge has coffee, hot chocolate, recliner seating, and even a massage chair. So this FBO sits right where the original World War II hangars once stood, and even though the buildings are new, they've kept the spirit alive in the details. They have this incredible collection of challenge coins from squadrons and agencies all over the US. We've never seen a collection this extensive. Even today, the military still uses this as a major gas and go stop. The modern look is just the new face of a very old legacy. It might not be a museum, but the connection is there, you just have to look for it.
I wonder what this is. You can figure,
Oh,
that's how they do it. I think so. So let's take Kerrville. So we do that, right?
Okay.
And then we go. So from here, it's about 700 and maybe 800 miles. So now let's that makes more sense. Let's verify.
Okay.
All right, so from here to one of our favorite places, Kerrville, is 674 miles. That's not right. You know, let's pick a big one, like you said. Dallas Love. Okay, there's Dallas Love right there.
Okay.
That's about midway, right? 850? 747. Which, nope.
Maybe that's a little off.
I think it's a lot off.
Maybe it was a really
Crude, but
attempt. Yeah.
well, that was a fail.
After some final flight planning, it was time to pre-flight Hannah. Mesa Gateway might not wear its history on its sleeve anymore, but if you're willing to look past the modern structures, the spirit of Williams Air Force Base is still very much alive.
We are done here at Mesa Gateway Airport. We've been here actually longer than I thought we were going to be here.
Yeah.
We got here around 11, and now it's 4:16. So we were here 5 hours.
Yeah.
Much longer. What do we see?
We saw some T-38s.
Yeah.
So it was really cool because the pilots were in the FBO, and so when they were walking out to the ramp, we knew it wouldn't be too long before they took off. So we gave them a head start, and then we went out there to go watch them take off.
Yeah, that was really cool. And everybody was out there.
Yeah.
And they have a really good spot just outside of the FBO/restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And they have like a thing called the hill.
Yeah.
So that's where we were standing. And then they have a covering area, and I think it's just a really good spot for kids to come out.
Yeah.
Right? There were a lot of kids.
Great, yeah.
So I knew it was perfect for that. Mm-hmm. We had to wait for the crew car because somebody got it just before we were going to get it.
Yep.
So that whole time we spent doing all that. By the time we got back, the crew car was back, but it's only an hour and a half, like we said.
Yeah, short time.
Very short time. So we didn't know what to do. So I just picked something, and where do we end up?
Schnepf Farms?
I know, it's SH.
I think that's what it was called.
NEPF.
But it was really cool because it was something different.
Yeah.
We don't normally do that kind of stuff, and it was just a random find. So that was.
Yeah, I got to pet goats.
Yeah.
So that
He
was
loves
cool.
goats.
I love me some goats. That's 5 hours of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Tower, they sound great up there. And we did find out that they do tours. You just got to give them a call. Just call the number on I think it's the airport manager number.
Okay.
So look up airport manager number for them, and that's how you can do a tour, because I think I verified that's the same number. Mm-hmm. So, and that's easily available online. And that's it, right?
That's it.
And it's very quiet.
Eerily quiet.
Yeah. So, but we did know that you did hear that today is usually a calmer day.
It is. Yeah.
So yeah, but that's it, guys. So we're out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a very complex airport for taxiing, so we did our due diligence, studied very, very hard, so hopefully we don't mess this up.
Yeah.
And there's a big we, it's mostly me. I can't mess this up. So hopefully this helps you guys when you guys come, because there is a lot to study.
There is, and really because we didn't talk about it, but it was a former Air Force base. Williams Air Force Base, to be exact.
Right.
And it definitely has the feel of an Air Force base when you land. I mean, there's 3 runways. There's a center.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk about all that history. We just didn't talk about it when we got here because we were just like, let's go get some food.
But it definitely feels like it on the ground. As soon as you land, you're like, wow, this I can totally see the old planes, military planes landing and taking off here. So, yeah.
Yep. So, well, you can use the afterburners on Hannah today. See how she does. So anyways, we'll see you guys next week. See you guys.
Gateway Ground, Aero 19039er Hotel at FBO, ready to taxi with Victor for right downwind departure to the east.
Center, taxi via Yankee, Whiskey, Victor, Alpha. Hold short of taxi by November.
All right, 30 right via Yankee, Whiskey, Victor, Alpha, hold short November, 39er Hotel.
Aero 39er Hotel, runway time at 30 center.
Apologies, 30 center via Yankee, Whiskey, Victor, Alpha, hold short November, 39er Hotel.
So yeah, I had the radios turned down while we were getting the weather, but forgot to turn it back up when I reached out to tower. I turned it up just in time to get the taxi instructions, but that'll be one of 2 times that I mess up on the runway call. Make note that as we taxi, I have as backup the route marked on my ForeFlight just to make doubly sure that I'm following the correct pathway, primarily using the airport markers on the ground for navigation. But just to warn you, this is going to be a long taxi.
This is Yankee.
This is Yankee right here, yeah.
It is very confusing.
Oh, yeah. All right, be on our game, be on our game.
And since it is a lot of taxiing, I figure why not use this to give some fun facts. First, in the 1950s map, you'll likely see runways 7, 25, and runways 1, 2, 3, 0 intersection.
Okay, so then we're gonna do Whiskey here.
But then around 1960, the airport realized that training thousands of student pilots in supersonic T-38s required a conveyor belt style of traffic.
Whiskey.
They ended up abandoning the crosswind runways and built the 3 parallels, 1 to left, 1 to center, 1 to right, so 3 aircraft could essentially operate simultaneously without crossing paths.
Oh, Victor's right there.
Now, something I didn't know, which hopefully helps in case you get confused as well, is when you get to November, let tower know that you still need to do a run-up, because at first I thought we would go to the run-up in the run-up area right next to 30 center, which was not the case. We did our run-up holding short of November as instructed, so by the time we reached 30 center, we were ready to go. Question to you pilots at Gateway, is this 30 center run-up ever used? And if not, where is the typical area to do your run-up?
Victor.
So back to those runways. Mesa Gateway is one of the few civil airports in the US with 3 parallel runways that are nearly all 10,000 feet long. That's why you can see so many military aircraft and NASA's Super Guppy often stopping by.
Yeah, right here's Alpha, right?
And of course, we want to thank all of our members for all your support, because you guys have no idea how much it helps to keep this channel going. And we've been really focusing on providing so much more content to our Patreon members. Irene has been putting together all the extras that you guys have been seeing being posted, like where to find remnants of the Coolidge Army Airfield and behind the scene footage of our up and coming release of another SoCal flight tour. Irene is working hard to make sure we provide you guys with more and more. So again, thank you. All right, I got one more fact for you guys. During the 52 years of operation, Williams Air Force Base was the leading pilot training facility in the U.S. It graduated more than 26,500 pilots, including many of the very first jet pilots in history. At its peak, Willie was responsible for supplying 25% of all new Air Force pilots annually. As you saw today, they're still doing training with the Texans, and probably something they didn't imagine even back then, which is the hundreds, if not thousands, of student pilots that train here.
Gateway ground, crew track 320, clear 30 left at Lima, taxi ATB.
Career track 321, give a ground, taxi to Park via Bravo, Yankee 1 Yankee.
Bravo, Yankee 1 Yankee, crew track 321.
The history of this airport is one of the most fascinating ones in the valley, and even though there is not much of the old military field left, you can't help but to feel the legacy it left behind. Hopefully one day there can be a small museum dedicated to the memory of it, but if you're interested in learning more about Williams Air Force Base, there is a pretty active Facebook account, which we'll link in the description below. Oh, and if you're just curious about how many airfields are no longer around, check out this amazing website, Abandoned and Little Known Airfields. It has images of so many long gone airports around the country. And of course, we'll put a link to it below.
Gateway ground 2745 clear of 30 left at Lima, back to Yankee Rim.
2745, give ground, taxi to Park via Bravo, Yankee 1 Yankee.
Bravo, Yankee 1 Yankee, 2745.
Gateway ground number 19039 Hotel, holding short November on Alpha.
November 39er Hotel, roger. Do you need a run-up of any kind?
Affirmative, 39er Hotel.
Aero 39er Hotel, roger. Conduct your run up there and then contact tower 120.6 when you're ready to go.
Gateway tower, Aero 19039 Hotel, holding short November at Alpha, ready for departure.
Aero 1939er Hotel, Gateway Tower, taxi via Alpha Papa, cross runway 30 left approach, hold short runway 30 center.
All right, Alpha Papa, cross 30 left approach for 30 center, 39er Hotel.
So obviously this is one of the biggest airports we've ever visited. It's a lot of taxiing, but I can't help but imagine what this taxiing feels like in 100-degree weather. Yeah, luckily for us, it was only 72 degrees, perfect. But if you train here or fly out of here, let us know what it's like to fly here in the summer. We are halfway through our Phoenix series and we have loved hearing all the feedback. We were so excited to do this and you guys have been nothing short of amazing. There's so much to these airports that we can't cover everything. So to everyone who has commented and shared a little bit about your history here, thank you. We loved reading what these airports meant to you. Well, that does it here, but next we head to what some might consider the busiest airport in the valley, and it would prove once again how professional and patient Phoenix controllers are, even when I turn the opposite way on a taxiway. Next week, we head north and visit Phoenix Deer Valley Airport, but until then, enjoy one last radio fumble, thank God for my navigator, and go fly, go discover.
Project 305, false Sierra short final, runway 30 right, clear touch and go.
Bingo, 30 right, number 2, clear check 305.
Aero 39er Hotel, fly straight out, runway 30 center, clear for takeoff.
All right, flight straight out, 30, clear for takeoff. 39er Hotel.
30 center.
30 center, clear for takeoff. 39er Hotel.
Native 18, Gateway Tower.
Gateway Tower, Native 18 is 11 nautical east. Medevac for Mercy Gilbert with information on whiskey.
Aero 39er Hotel, the Cirrus ahead and to your right remains in the pattern. Right turn eastbound approved.
All right, right turn eastbound approved, and we got that Cirrus inside. 39er Hotel.
Barney 448, runway 30 right, clear touch and go, then fly straight out.
Runway 30 right, clear touch and go, then fly straight out, running 448.
Native 18, traffic ahead to your right 3 miles. On the right downwind at 2,600 is a Cessna. They'll pass above you.
Native 18, our traffic site.
Crew track 305, false steer, short final, runway 30 right, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 30 right, number 2, crew track 305.
They've grounded their airspace. Gateway Tower, Aero 193 Hotel, requesting frequency change.
Aero 39 Hotel, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Thanks for the help. 39 Hotel.